Thank you for visiting the Coin Lady channel again. When it comes to cryptocurrency, William Hyman is a major player inside the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission. William Hyman is presently the subject of a final examination by the SEC into a possible financial conflict of interest. An organization called Empower Oversight, which aims to make sure that government actions are open and responsible, referred the matter for examination. The investigation was initiated because to Hyman's contentious comment at the 2018 Yahoo Finance Summit, in which he described Ethereum as a non-security asset. The question then arose, are you doing a legitimate investigation or are you trying to cover up something? This accusation raised concerns about Hyman's past professional relationships with Simpson Fragment, a law firm associated with the Ethereum Enterprise Alliance. While employed by the Securities and Exchange Commission, Hyman had earned substantial financial compensation from this firm, leading some to question whether there was a conflict of interest in his involvement with Ethereum. Obtainable under the Freedom of Information Act, the documents reveal that the matter has been reported to the Office of the Inspector General of the Securities and Exchange Commission by Empower Supervision. Hyman was engaged in major SEC enforcement decisions, yet the documents showed that he kept talking to Simpson's staff, nevertheless. Material evidence also showed that Hyman's former employer reaped substantial financial benefits from the issues brought to light by Empower's investigation. In order to determine if Hyman's actions were in violation of any SEC regulations or ethics guidelines, the Office of the Inspector General conducted an investigation. The oversight team is growing more and more frustrated by the delays in acquiring further FOIA files as the probe nears its conclusion. If the requested records are not provided by a specific date, they have threatened to sue the SEC. His rhetoric and actions were supposedly skewed in favor of Ethereum, according to Ripple XRP detractors. Following the SEC's call for an internal probe, the cryptocurrency community is closely watching to see if it will lead to accountability or if it is just a cover-up. In the case between SEC and Ripple, attorney John Dutton is representing XRP holders and has offered his thoughts on the subject. In the framework of regulations, he has stressed the importance of upholding ethical standards and ensuring fair competition. As demonstrated by Dutton's endeavors to fight government overreach and defend the rights of cryptocurrency investors, the actions done by the SEC impact the cryptocurrency community. Similar to how XRP supporter Bill Morgan has raised questions about the SEC's honesty, this echoes larger worries about potential bias inside the agency. William Hyman's involvement with Ethereum and XRP raises the question of whether he will face consequences for his conduct or if the investigation is a cover-up, as raised by his comment. In an effort to make it simpler to acquire digital assets, American banks are urging changes to accounting standards, and Mint, a former top official at the SEC who is now under investigation, is also a target. With these changes, we hope to make it simpler and cheaper for financial institutions to accept Bitcoin as payment. The initiative is a sign of the increasing interest from institutions and the integration of Bitcoin. An important occurrence reported by Bloomberg states that banks across the country are working together to urge the Securities and Exchange Commission to amend the accounting rules in the country. A more streamlined process and reduced costs associated with banks retaining digital assets for their customers, such as Bitcoin, are the goals of the suggested changes. As a result of this move, the financial services industry is showing signs of digital asset change and highlighting the growing demand for cryptocurrency across more conventional banking networks. Banks are putting pressure on the SEC to change accounting rules so that they can hold digital assets like Bitcoin for their customers at a lower cost. According to Bloomberg, on February 15, 2020, banks took the initiative to petition the SEC for these changes so they can hold on to their digital assets, marking a significant turning point in the integration of cryptocurrencies into conventional financial services. They may decide not to provide their services to clients because of the many costs and challenges posed by current accounting rules. The goal of these banks is to make cryptocurrency more accessible by reducing entry barriers and expanding their use of cryptocurrency in their business models. By advocating modifications to existing regulations, these changes might have far-reaching consequences, such as allowing big institutions to accept and store digital currencies on a bigger scale, More alternatives for customers to manage their digital assets would lead to greater acceptance and usage of cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin inside the broader financial system. In addition, the project reflects the growing awareness among conventional financial institutions of the need to include digital assets into their services. As cryptocurrency gains traction, there will be a greater need for accounting and legal systems that can deal with these new forms of money. A number of recent disagreements in the cryptocurrency world have centered around Ripple's digital currency, XRP, particularly those that concern the concept of stable coins. The prospect of Ripple creating a stable coin was discussed by Wrath of Common, a notable Ripple fan, and Sean McBride, a former executive of Ripple. For the XRP conversation to begin, this was the conversation starter. The market is abuzz with speculation about the potential benefits of this move for the cryptocurrency and whether or not XRP will become a stable coin. McBride has pointed out that the World Bank has recognized XRP as a stable coin, which could be seen as a clue about the future of the cryptocurrency. The World Bank has acknowledged Ripple's efforts to establish XRP as a trustworthy mediator for international transactions, which is seen as a complement to these efforts. The idea was spearheaded by Kahneman's Wrath, who thought that the increasing demand for stable coins may bring a flood of liquidity to the XRP ledger. Concerning XRP, he mentioned the limitations that have emerged due to the price fluctuation of XRP. The strategic nature of decisions at Ripple's choice to forego producing a stable coin throughout the years was another subject covered during the debates. But he also brought up the possible advantages of integrating a fully regulated stablecoin into the ecosystem. Huber, a prominent figure in the cryptocurrency industry, has hypothesized that this decision was influenced by the company's intention to integrate XRP with digital currencies issued by central banks, specifically baby CZCSS. Another contributor to the present situation may have been Ripple's view of private stable coins as competing with XRP rather than complementing its market position. For the simple reason that these discussions are happening, even if the price of XRP has been going up recently, it has gone down a little bit over the last month, and its value has gone up by 4.9% in the last day alone. In conclusion, the push by American banks to have the SEC revise its rules on digital asset holdings is a crucial initial step towards the integration of cryptocurrencies into established banking systems. A more widespread adoption and use of cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and Ethereum might result from these efforts, making it easier for banks to store and manage digital assets. Digital currency. Note that the content does not constitute legal, tax, investment, financial, or any other kind of advice. Instead, it is just informative. That concludes my current remarks. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing, sharing it, and leaving a like or comment. Muchas gracias, depart.